it was a second half show of force from the Jos boys. Beats Gombe, I think 4 goals to 0. And the results coming in full time in Uyo, the WG=SOᴛsAᴘᴘ International Stadium. Yeah, WG=SOᴛsAᴘᴘ, I just said that. 3-1, they have beaten Bendel Insurance in Uyo. And I can also confirm that Atland, under new manager, guess who is? Mike Idoko. Yeah, if you're an OG of Nigeria football, you know Mike Idoko has been around the block for a very long time. He's been assigned with the job of helping Atlant escape relegation, and they started on a good note. 2-0, they've beaten Abia Warriors in the All-Southeastern Derby. All right, full-time in Ilorin as well. Kwara United have beaten Bios United by 1-0. And we can also confirm full-time in the game between Niger Tornadoes and Sporting Lagos. Tornadoes have beaten Sporting by 1-0. Remo Stars are clinging on to a 1-0 lead in Ikene against Enyimba. The game is in the second minute of additional time. Kano Pillars Enugu Rangers also is 1-1 right now at the Sanya Bacha. 92 minutes played. Doma United, look away. Yes, they are trailing 1-0 to Shooting Stars in the 6 minutes of additional time. So,
full time.
Oh, it's full time already. Doma United 0, Shooting Stars 1. That's a big result for the Ibadan side. And Sunshine Stars in Akure are also holding on to a 1-0 lead over Katsina United. So that's the state of play from the Nigeria Premier Football League. Once again, welcome to Sports Cruise on Mainland 98.3 FM. All right, we've got Tunde Young and Okwemi Akyode on the show. Tunde, let's get started with you first. How are you doing? Nice shirt.
Yeah, you said that a lot.
Part of your new cut. We didn't slide.
Show. Champions League action. I had the move on of as well. Exact, games that I had. You were quite said it was waiting for your for you to sign in after it.
Oh yeah, I saw that post. And the moment he had that after the game, I was hoping that next up is me signing and we start the show.
It's a legend. It's a classic song. It's not, we don't own it.
Yeah. Even a famous bank in Nigeria also used it as its tune for its advert. Yeah.
They couldn't stay up.
Yeah, they did. They didn't.
They moved up. They didn't stay up.
Yeah, they moved on up as well. Yeah, they moved on up.
It's so easy to move up. Staying up is the big deal. Yeah.
How are you doing?
I'm good. Very good. I'm good. Very good. It's a good time to talk sport on the radio. Yesterday night was really amazing. I mean, I had a really long day. I had to do TV, after the program here, and then I had to just get things done and all of that. Why are you doing Takasumi today?
It's probably just signifying to you to get closer to your microphone.
No,
yeah, it's better. Okay,
he knows what he's doing.
All right.
He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, I missed out on that. Go on.
Well, so that's it. I mean, that's now exactly 14 days and 3 days after the last time they qualified for the Champions League. 14 years rather than 3 days. And why are you so emphatic on the year? Yeah, maybe your own 14 years have started. You don't know. Maybe Chelsea's 14 years have started. You don't know.
To not see quarter final.
It will not get that level. It will not get that level. Who imagine that Arsenal, after having an unbeaten season, the Invincible will go another 20 years and still counting and not win the Premier League? Nobody will have imagined. So you don't go up, you don't go up. Man, you have done almost 13 seasons and they've not won the Premier League. Chelsea's on 2 is counting. So I mean, you go reach everybody.
By the way, yeah, before we leave the whole Arsenal thing, we'll come back to it, fully talk about the game. What do you guys think of, pitch side shenanigans? The latest we did see yesterday with CBS. I think TNT also had their part of it as well. But what are your general thoughts on whatever goes on pitch side with these guys? Kate Abdul, Thierry Henry, Jamie Carragher, Michael Richards? I thought there was a crass Carragher moment yesterday. It didn't come off well though. I think there was a point where Bukayo Saka was singing his own, fan chant. It's all good, but physical part, the tactical part of the game, and
yeah, we've seen it. So anyway, I've been distracted.
That's distracting, right?
It's quite distracting. And I'm just finding that it's mine.
Yeah, it's your phone, yeah.
I don't understand why you come to be watching this kind of movie and you expect that song to play. I can't figure it out.
That's the point I was making. The Carragher moment, wow. Wow. I don't know. I don't even have any words.
Yeah, that Carragher, I thought it wasn't intentional. It just came out. Those things that just come out. Yeah,
it was a horrible joke.
Those things that just come out and
that went wrong.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's been
so are you loyal?
Between him and the players.
Are you loyal?
That's one of my best jokes actually.
Oh wow.
Yeah, for me, I also don't think there's no big deal in it. I mean, we get to see the pre-game analysis, we get to see the halftime analysis, we get to see the post-match analysis. So when we have all of those, pitch side banter and all of that, I also think. But I like the fact that the media didn't even blow the whole Carragher whatever out of proportion.
No, we don't know yet.
Baba,
probably just waiting for.
Be determined by how seriously Ketabdo wants to take this.
That stuff has gone viral on Twitter. Actually, it's gone viral.
But I think
Ketabdo has the power to get him fired.
I think Carragher for.
But I think all of them are cool. They are cool. Yeah. They also realize that sometimes when you have that license, because what you see with CBS Golazo, all of them have alluded to it. I was reading like an interview involving all of that, and said, the first thing about the show is they are being told to be able to. There's freedom.
Mm-hmm. It's basically American stuff.
It's freedom. There's no script. Just do what you like. And sometimes when you're in that realm, when you're in there's a tendency.
Exactly.
Yeah. There's been a couple of times when Mike Carrick has been the butt of the jokes. Right?
Constantly
and he hasn't said he will take it personal. There's been sometimes that Henry also.
But the joke is different from saying something that is just simply not true, and in the manner in which he said it, like it was just a joke that did not even a joke that did not exist.
And he gave one kind of laugh, like he knew that.
He made it worse.
He knew.
I know.
He knew immediately that he had.
Well, I don't catch me. I don't.
All right, but it's all fun. It's all love from there, I think, and it's all love from there too.
You don't know.
It's when he's out of job, you know that there's no love.
All right, so we're talking about more Champions League. There's also more still coming up tonight. It's Atletico Madrid against Inter and Dortmund hosting PSV Eindhoven. But how about we go into our first commercial break, or our one and only lengthy commercial break by doing Don't Google It. It's been a while we did this one, and it's a very interesting question. It's relating to last night. Yeah. So penalty shootout is a rarity in the Champions League. When was the last time we had one?
The Champions League final is 2017. Real Madrid Atletico.
Oh yeah, correct. Yeah, I think you saw that somewhere. Yeah.
No, I just know football.
So why did you know the other ones have been asking?
I don't know why Wale asked me because he does not know that I'm football right now. Don't mind. Some information that we use that so that people are just on the.
They just pop up. It's just somewhere.
But there's been some have been asking that you show no interest, and
some of those things you're asking, even you don't know the answer.
Why? Why would I ask you a question I don't have an answer?
The last time you asked this question, you gave somebody money, so I will expect him.
You have money now. Why would they give you money for a game?
Which money do I have?
And the richest guy on the sport desk right now. He's joking.
But it sounds strange but true that the last time we had a shootout in the Champions League at any stage was back in 2016, and that was the Madrid derby in the Champions League final. Where was that final played?
Manchester City Stadium?
No, Manchester City Stadium. I'm not sure they have heritage like that.
No, it was not in 13-14.
Was that Lisbon?
13-14 was the one that Decima was in Lisbon. It was not it was France.
Was France?
Was he?
I'll confirm that. We have to pay bills right now, 6:11. We'll come back. There's still more to ruminate from Arsenal's triumph from last night. We'll talk about Pepe too, 41-year-old, still going on strong, and also talk about Barcelona. Don't you feel it's like a missed opportunity for Napoli? They've had what looks like a golden generation last season, this season, and they haven't capitalized on that. We'll talk about that as well. Remember, streaming live on Facebook and YouTube. You can call in as well, 09136000. San Siro, right? Lovely. They're going right back after this break. Stay put.
Mainland 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos. The drama, the suspense, the emotions, the gang moments. Don't miss out on Nollywood movies and web series on YouTube with the YouTube Buffet plan from MTN. You can enjoy over 10 hours of Nollywood content made for you. Sharply dial *312*800# to activate the YouTube Buffet plan from MTN and start enjoying. YouTube made for you.
The Financial Services Regulation Coordinating Committee, FSRCC, in collaboration with the National Broadcasting Commission, NBC, wishes to draw the attention of the public to the worrisome increase in the activities of illegal financial operators, IFOs, which threaten public trust and the stability of the Nigerian financial system. The FSRCC and NBC hereby advises the general public to refrain from dealing with unlicensed financial operators who deceive individuals with unrealistically high investment returns. Make sure to verify the licensing status of such companies and schemes on this website. To report any suspicions of illicit financial activities, call 0700 225 5226, 0800 225 5226, or +234 817 665 6273. Let's work together to uphold the integrity of Nigeria's financial system. Announcer, FSRCC.
As you see me so, I belong to the Chop Better gang. Now why anytime I want chop like this, I dey put better things inside. For my yam porridge, after I don't put my fish, I go come deck am with onions, tatashe and ugu, come season am with correct no cubes for that delicious taste. Because my people, good life na life where you chop better. Sama all your food with correct vegetables. Come season am with no cubes for that ogbonge delicious taste. Today, chop better.
Broadcast Art Institute Supplementary Admissions 2023-2024. Few vacancies exist in the Department of Broadcast Journalism and Multimedia Technology for admission in the 2023-2024 session. If you scored 100 and above in the 2023-2024 UTME, together with 5 relevant credits, but have not gained admission, you can change over to the Broadcast Art Institute Lagos for National Diploma in Broadcast Journalism and Multimedia Technology. The Broadcast Art Institute is accredited by the National Board for Technical Education (NBTE) to offer national diploma programs in broadcast journalism and multimedia technology. You can visit our campus at number 38 Odofi Street, Ibubu, Ikorodu, Lagos, or call the following numbers: 0806 149 9992 or 0703 713 1166 or 0816 587-1415.
The drama, the suspense, the emotions, the gang moments. Don't miss out on Nollywood movies and web series on YouTube with the YouTube Buffet plan from MTN. You can enjoy over 10 hours of Nollywood content made for you. Sharply dial *312*800# to activate the YouTube Buffet plan from MTN and start enjoying. YouTube made for you.
To cook correct food, they always give me joy. That's now why anytime when they cook like this, I dey always season am with no cubes. Come add correct vegetables inside. Ugu, tatashe, shombo, onions. No one wey I no dey put. Na im make my pikin dem dey always enjoy my cooking.
Daddy, I never will. I want more.
You see?
Sama all your food with correct vegetables. Come season am with no cubes for that ogbonge delicious taste. Today, chop better.
The Financial Services Regulation Coordinating Committee, FSRCC, in collaboration with the National Broadcasting Commission, NBC, wishes to draw the attention of the public to the worrisome increase in the activities of illegal financial operators, IFOs, which threaten public trust and the stability of the Nigerian financial system. The FSRCC and NBC hereby advises the general public to refrain from dealing with unlicensed financial operators who deceive individuals with unrealistically high investment returns. Make sure to verify the licensing status of such companies and schemes on this website. To report any suspicions of illicit financial activities, call 0700 225 5226, 0800 225 5226, or +234 817 665 6273. Let's work together to uphold the integrity of Nigeria's financial system. Announcer, FSRCC.
The drama, the suspense, the emotions, the gang moments. Don't miss out on Nollywood movies and web series on YouTube with the YouTube buffet plan from MTN. You can enjoy over 10 hours of Nollywood content made for you. Sharply dial *312*800# to activate the YouTube buffet plan from MTN and start enjoying YouTube made for you.
What takes a plate of jollof rice to the next level of goodness? Is it when it is cooked with no seasoning cubes for that sumptuous taste? Or when you serve it with correct Nigerian salad, cabbage, carrot, lettuce, and a bit of kidney beans?
It's both. Season your jollof with the rich taste of Knorr cubes and serve with plenty of vegetables. So go ahead and elevate your meals. Today, eat for good.
The drama, the suspense, the emotions, the gang moments. Don't miss out on Nollywood movies and web series on YouTube with the YouTube buffet plan from MTN. You can enjoy over 10 hours of Nollywood content made for you. Sharply dial *312*800# to activate the YouTube buffet plan from MTN and start enjoying YouTube made for you.
As you see me so, I belong to the Chop Better gang. Now why anytime I want chop like this, I dey put better things inside. For my yam porridge, after I don't put my fish, I go come deck am with onions, tatashe and ugu, come season am with correct Knorr cubes for that delicious taste. Because my people, good life na life where you chop better. Sama all your food with correct vegetables. Come season am with Knorr cubes for that ogbonge delicious taste. Today, chop better.
The Financial Services Regulation Coordinating Committee, FSRCC, in collaboration with the National Broadcasting Commission, NBC, wishes to draw the attention of the public to the worrisome increase in the activities of illegal financial operators, IFOs, which threaten public trust and the stability of the Nigerian financial system. The FSRCC and NBC hereby advises the general public to refrain from dealing with unlicensed financial operators who deceive individuals with unrealistically high investment returns. Make sure to verify the licensing status of such companies and schemes on this website. To report any suspicions of illicit financial activities, call 0700 225 5226, 0800 225 5226, or +234 817 665 6273. Let's work together to uphold the integrity of Nigeria's financial system. Announcer, FSRCC.
To cook correct food, they always give me joy. That's why anytime when I cook like this, I always season them with Knorr cubes. Come add correct vegetables inside. Ugu, tatashe, shombo, onions. No one I know they put. Now it make my pikin them, they always enjoy my cooking.
Daddy, I never will. I want more.
You see?
Sama all your food with correct vegetables. Come season them with Knorr cubes for that ogbonge delicious taste. Today, chop better.
The Financial Services Regulation Coordinating Committee, FSRCC, in collaboration with the National Broadcasting Commission, NBC, wishes to draw the attention of the public to the worrisome increase in the activities of illegal financial operators, IFOs, which threaten public trust and the stability of the Nigerian financial system. The FSRCC and NBC hereby advises the general public to refrain from dealing with unlicensed financial operators who deceive individuals with unrealistically high investment returns. Make sure to verify the licensing status of such companies and schemes on this website. To report any suspicions of illicit financial activities, call 0700 225 5226, 0800 225 5226, or +234 817 665 6273. Let's work together to uphold the integrity of Nigeria's financial system. Announcer, FSRCC. Meals have a way of taking us on a journey, and when you add plenty of vegetables like efo, ugu, and season with the rich taste of Knorr seasoning cubes, even better.
So, go ahead and elevate your meals with more vegetables and the rich taste of Knorr cubes. Today, eat for good.
The drama, The suspense, the emotions, the gang moments. Don't miss out on Nollywood movies and web series on YouTube with the YouTube buffet plan from MTN. You can enjoy over 10 hours of Nollywood content made for you. Sharply dial *312*800# to activate the YouTube buffet plan from MTN and start enjoying YouTube made for you.
You're listening to Mainland 98.3 FM.
Hello, my name is Godwin Enoch and I'm a broadcast journalist. Yes, my friend will tell me that I am a sport administrator by accident. Listen every day of the weekday to Sports Cruise on Mainland FM. God bless you.
All right, 6:23, welcome back. Sports Cruise on Mainland 98.3 FM. Too young and Dr. plus yours truly on the show. Now, let's get to our thoughts from last night's football in England and in Spain as well. Let me get started with Tᴏɪᴛᴛᴇʀ and Tᴏɪᴛᴛᴇʀ also through to the quarterfinals first time since 2010. It was Coroni's time, to borrow a term from Mikel Arteta's town. Basically, it was time for them to show the stuff they were made of. And at the end of an absolute slog of a tie against Porto that left both set of players physically and emotionally spent. They carried the load of the psychological load of a long exile from the latter stage of the Champions League. Arsenal stared a penalty shootout in the eyeballs and showed no fear.
Well, I think a lot of Arsenal fans would say that they felt the game was going to be way easier than it was yesterday, because quite a lot of people, I think we all agreed on this show, except of course for Tᴏɪᴛᴛᴇʀ, because I know for one that Tᴏɪᴛᴛᴇʀ so badly wanted FC Porto to win that yesterday's game for whatever reason. I know Tᴏɪᴛᴛᴇʀ was watching the game yesterday, but I think the big deal, like I said, a lot of Arsenal fans felt it was going to be easy piece for them yesterday because of the form they've been this season. About 34 goals in 2024, unbeaten so far. I think yesterday made it 9 wins out of 10 games. The only game they've lost this year has been away at Porto. The very late 1-0 defeat away at the Dragao in the first leg. But it became very obvious yesterday that it was not going to be a normal easy party, and then we saw a Porto side that the experience in the Champions League showed as against. I'm not sure there's any member of the Arsenal squad that have played this stage of the Champions League before. In fact, it was 14 years and 3 days yesterday that Arsenal last qualified for the Champions. And if you look at the run of losses they've had, and they've got beaten by Bayern, by Barcelona. In between those periods, they've lost games that even AC Milan at some point, remember. So yesterday was a game that they needed to show that everything they've done this season was not fluke, especially at the Emirates Stadium. Leandro Trossard scoring that. And by the way, that piece of an assist from Odegaard just made me start asking how much of a steal was Martin Odegaard for 30 million from Real Madrid.
Just like I'm wondering how it's a steal for Chelsea to get Nicholas Jackson for 30 million as well.
What kind of steal is that? What did you steal?
Moving on.
Okay, let's move on.
Yeah.
Move on up. Let's go.
Yeah.
So for me, I think it was a huge night yesterday for us. I could see the way the players, celebrated the game. It came with a lot of energy. And you look at this Porto side. There's a certain 41-year-old Pepe with a certain 21-year-old Flavio in the center pairing that showed.
There's another Pepe in the mix too, right?
An attacker. It just looked like
2 Pepes and 2 Otavios for whatever reason.
Very interesting.
The Pepe and Ota. How does it sound? Pepe and Ota. Okay, whatever. But for me, I think it was a big night for Arsenal, most especially for Arteta. They really needed to get into the mix. It's absolutely an unfamiliar time for them, by the way. And I think whatever they get on Friday after the draws for the semi-finals or the quarterfinals rather, would show if they can still move on. But I'm not sure there's any other team. This is not disrespect to Porto. Hey, Porto, former winners of the Champions League. They qualify for the Champions every single season. They understand how this game works. I'm not sure there's any other team left in the side, irrespective of who joined them today. Remember Atletico Madrid or Inter Milan, whoever joins them today, that was going to play the kind of game that Porto played. Arsenal knew they were not going to have an easy piece for them. It was a negative game of football.
Have you heard of Atletico Madrid?
Atletico Madrid have actually
basically you're saying that there's no street smart side left in this competition.
No,
and trust me, if Atleti do probably qualify tonight and meet a side like Arsenal, they are going to revert back to those old backup tricks.
I doubt it.
Oh yeah, the dark arts. The dark arts are going to come out.
Count themselves lucky to have advanced to
How?
It's they played at home against Porto and went all the way to penalties.
What's Porto?
Penalties would have been.
You think Porto is Brighton? Are you expecting Arsenal to? I've never at any point thought Arsenal was going to.
Yeah, but I was going to that, and today I wanted to ask you that Arteta after the game described the night as a magical one, but I don't think it was a performance to strike fear into the remaining clubs in the competition.
Nope, not at all, and it shows the fact that, like I said, the Europa League group that Arsenal started the Champions League with has really inflated, people's perception of them in the Champions League. Yeah, they're playing well in the league, but that doesn't always translate to Champions League. In the Champions League, they played Lens, Sevilla, and PSV. That's not a strong group. And then you come out and they face Porto in the round of 16. Yeah, we see that, you saw the problems Porto gave them over 2 legs, and Porto are nowhere near top 8.
Let me ask you a question today. If Porto was playing Atletico Madrid, would they have played the way they played Arsenal? They knew what they had to do was to make sure that Arsenal does not get fluency on their game, break up their play, make sure that the games does not flow.
That's how football works.
Exactly. So every team will play to the strength and probably the weakness of their opponent. That's why I said if Arsenal played Bayern was not going to play
but maybe Okwe makes a decent point here, saying that not every team henceforth are going to be as street smart as Porto. Maybe the team they get on from now on will be a bit more attacking. Let's attack each other.
Play this way.
You make a good point that by saying the group stages of the Champions League for Arsenal softened them up a bit, because it showed them that teams were willing to attack them and they were also willing to attack the spaces they left behind. But for the first time competition, things were a bit stiff for them.
I actually do not subscribe to the notion that Arsenal played and Porto blocked everywhere, and that's how. No, over the 2 legs after that, have a single shot on target in the first leg. First leg should have
but over the 2 legs, I thought Arsenal were the better side. Were they?
I don't.
Oh no. Oh, they were the better side.
I don't think so. No. Even if they were,
Arsenal were the better side.
Even if they were,
I don't think it was marginal.
Well, the first leg.
Was last time marginal?
The first leg, yeah.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't.
What chances did Arsenal create that made you go? Oh, they should have definitely.
But Arsenal had a grasp of the game. Arsenal were in charge of the game.
A goal that was controversially ruled out. Yes.
Was it? Was it foul?
I thought it was a foul. Yeah, told him Chef Pepe. But basically, I don't think Arsenal were at the risk last time.
Yeah, we are. I remember that we tried having to pull 2 good saves. Like coming into that game, I and other people expected okay, Porto leading 1-0. They're just going to come to the Emirates, not try to score, just do their best to end goalless. But they actually surprisingly were going on the foray. They didn't dominate the game because you don't expect them to come to the Emirates to come and dominate the game. But they went on the foray and tried to score a lot of times. And from what I was saying earlier is, coming into that game, the dream scenario for Porto, that bad as the bad, would have been take this game to penalty shootout. And Arsenal gave that to them. They were lucky that it worked in their favor. But penalties are not a given. You can't say you control the game and then you took it to penalty. That's not control. Penalties is open for.
But penalties have won the World Cup before.
Although I have to also admit that Arsenal were lucky with Porto, but they will have to improve in the quarterfinals. That is one stance that I can really resonate.
Well, as it is now, except for probably Dortmund PSV game, whoever wins that, I do not see a team left in this tournament that Arsenal can beat.
I think you're joking.
No, I'm not.
No, I think you're chatting bollocks.
I'm not.
Yeah, I think Arsenal right now, in the form they are right now, the momentum they've got,
struggle with Barcelona.
Will probably feel like they've got the measure of a team like Barcelona.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, of course. Yeah, I think that right now,
whoever gets to between Dortmund,
I think bar Real Madrid and Manchester City. The only problem I had with Arsenal yesterday was that they showed their naivety and inexperience with handling the occasion of the Champions League. And that's why teams like Barcelona could probably just get over them. Yeah. Because those things don't come at you in one season. You get it over time.
Well, I take that back. I think they definitely beat PSG. Yeah, I forgot about PSG. PSG they're not good. That one is, I've always said
so you think Barcelona is going to
I don't think Arsenal knock out Barcelona in the Champions League time.
Friday's there.
I just do not think so. I think they beat PSG and then whoever.
Quick question before we take a message from the sponsor of the show. It's 6:32 already. I think one question for Arsenal is, how will this run? how will it impact their push for a first league title since 03?
It depends on where they choose to channel their energy. I think they have a more realistic chance in the Premier League than the Champions League. Because
so are you saying they should tank the Champions League?
No, they can't. I mean, if you are still in the competition, you can't limit yourself. Especially when you've moved for the first time in 14 seasons, where you've not gotten to before. And they certainly want to fancy their chance to go as far as they can. If they are lucky with the draws on Friday and they get maybe any
at this point in time, I don't think you need luck. You have to prepare for what is coming for you.
Have we not agreed that you could get? Okay, you said you don't need luck. I remember when I said you have to.
If I still get PSG, I don't think it's luck.
It is luck.
No, it's not luck.
It is
because Paris Saint-Germain are a big side as well.
It is luck.
But they're a team that they can beat.
They can
win that game over 2 legs.
They almost have the same record. They made it only one final.
You can say that, but Paris Saint-Germain have the best striker in the world in Kylian Mbappé.
One player cannot correct.
Do you not agree that 30-goal striker cannot win the league anymore? Yes.
Look,
that's a different conversation.
Arsenal versus PSG. Yes, Mbappé is a big factor to worry about, but then there's still just one man. He's not going to single-handedly beat Arsenal. He's single-handedly beat Real Sociedad, but Arsenal is better than Real Sociedad.
I think that we have to be very, very careful about overhyping what Arsenal are taking to the quarterfinals.
Well, nobody's overhyping. We all agree that
they cannot beat more than 1 or 2.
See, we all agree that the top 8 team, Arsenal is probably like the 7th or the 8th. Of all the top 8 teams are going to quarterfinals.
Yeah, so what you're saying about if they get lucky?
No, it's the Champions League, and the result can go anyway.
Playing the winner of PSG and the Dortmund is a luck.
That is lucky. That's luck. But luck is not PSG. No.
PSG almost don't qualify.
So they should get Real Madrid.
PSG is anywhere in the Champions League final. What are we saying?
They should get Real Madrid.
Arsenal was in the Champions final since I was born.
2006.
It's not even.
No, what do you mean by since you were born? Now 2006 they were born you.
Anyways,
I've been 1966.
But I think like Arteta's also after the game that see when you overcome such orders like this, it has the capability of energizing the squad. So that means that you have that energy to push for 2 prizes. So I won't be worried about Premier League and Champions League if Arsenal can do it, if they can go the distance. I think that when you win games like this against Porto, it just energizes that belief amongst the squad. We have to pay this right now. Take a message from BetBaba, who are the sponsors of the second half of the show. And we'll come back. We're taking plenty of your calls as well. 0913-6000-410 is the number to call. How far can Arsenal go in the Champions League? We'll also talk about Barcelona, who had Pau Kubasi. I'm sure you've not heard of that name until when I mentioned maybe yesterday. I think I was asking Tony Young, should he start ahead of Inigo Martinez? He did start and he put up a 5-star performance for Barcelona. In fact, he kept Victor Osimhen, who's still very much in his pockets. Don't go ahead at 6:35.
You define better odd. I bet you want play correct cost. Over 1.5, I bet you want bet. Say, what's in no go score at all level. Hey, we get better payout. No hurry, we there for you. Our odd, chop right out. We know the feeling show. Oh, no, we there for you. Oh, we there for you. You see for Bet Baba, give me money, Bet Baba. Cash out it easy, oh Bet Baba. We get online games for you. Play all I want. Yeah. We get better bonus. Money in order. Yeah. Now Bet Baba 괶 darling, no. Welcome to Bet Baba.
Register now on betbaba.ng. Not for people under 18.
Welcome back, 0913-6000-410. Drop your thoughts on Arsenal. How far can they go? There's also Premier League football tonight. Yeah, Bournemouth up against Luton. Interesting. And we also know that the sporting director at Bournemouth already is on his way to joining Liverpool. That's Richard Hughes. I'll be joining up with Richard Edwards, who is now the basically chief of football operations at Liverpool. Hello, good evening. Welcome to Sports Cruise. How are you? Hello? Anybody home?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, Yinka, welcome to the show. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. And you?
Yeah, we're chilling.
All right. Yeah, I think Arsenal were not really at their best last night. Is incontrovertible. Yeah, we didn't really play well. I think
You know the funny thing, very few teams play well against FC Porto, who have the best defensive record in Portugal, though, in the league. Yeah.
But I think Arsenal missed Martinelli last time because apart from the fact that Trossard got the only goal.
Martinelli played the first leg.
I think in terms of
I think Martinelli played the first leg.
Yeah. Nothing happened.
And didn't have a shot on target. I saw they have a shot on target.
No, if he had played last night, it would have been a different.
Oh really?
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Yes. Because many defenders were on Saka, so he was practically stopped from throwing those attacking play. But if Martinelli was on the pitch, he would have been.
But he also has replacement got us those goals. So this year, if Martinelli had played, honestly, I'm not. It's not giving. But you can thank you very much for calling. Still, hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
How are you this evening?
I'm fine. I'm Joshua from Edinburgh.
Okay, Joshua, welcome. It's your first time on the show?
Yeah, first time caller.
Oh, lovely. Welcome, Joshua.
Yeah. So, talking about that Arsenal match yesterday, I am an Arsenal fan. So, that Arsenal, they were not at their best. And moreover, I think the problem is from Arteta himself. I have to blame Arteta for that. Because you know what you expect from Porto. The same thing they did in the first leg, and they came with a game plan, then you should have had the way to neutralize every game plan they are coming with.
So, Joshua, so, I mean, let's look at the scenario. You are Mikel Arteta. What would you have done differently last night?
Then you should have allowed WG to start that game. Allow WG to start that game. You need the goal. Allow WG to start that game. Then you make changes. Arteta always have this kind of thought in mind. Asking the way things are going.